it's chicken time. Yeah, so this is my tribute to the special Cork artist, probably one of the most successful in popular music from Cork, a gentleman called Mick Lynch, who was in a band called Stump, if you don't know, in the 80s. Two guys from Cork, two guys from London. Had a few hits on MTV and stuff. But he came back to Cork in his later life and started performing his witty songs kind of in the trad kind of folk tradition of Irish stuff under the name DonForChickens. So I'm now going to put on my chicken hat. Exactly. So I'm going to do some of his, they're kind of like, he borrowed the airs from traditional Irish songs and he put his own words to them. And he used to perform them with a guitar, but the guitar didn't have any strings. So he used to just kind of, darling, bang, ding, darling, bang, down, do that kind of stuff. So we'll give it a go anyway. He died in 2015. Very young, like 55, 56, got cancer, was dead within a month or two, which was really sad. So we're trying to make him live on through his art. So I present to you now this. I'm laughing, I haven't even started yet. Where is it? Oh, they're backwards. Oh no, not that. That one. Ah, yes. Okay, yeah. So this is, he wrote this when they were, in Monkstown at the moment. They basically, for the last year or two, they've been digging up the whole place, putting in sewage for Passage, Monkstown, Cove, you name it, is all coming through here now on the ground. But they did that in Cork maybe 10 years ago. And he wrote this song about, about it, called The Main Drainage Scheme, which is to the tune of a very familiar Cork song, and without further ado, I'm going to blast away on it. It's got Oh, brave Father Matthew, who stood for so long, his nostrils assailed by a murderous pong, will along with the rest of us soon be relieved to be walking up Pana and able to breathe. On loungers and lilos all summer we'll loll and stride at low tide on the beach at North Mel. We'll be swimming with dolphins at Sullivan's Quay when they finish the main drainage scheme. We'll be reeling in salmon to keep in the fridge each day at high tide from the Christie Ring Bridge, and the ferries from Mahon and Passage to Cork will sail through the gale just to get us to work. Off Morrison's Island on houseboats we'll float and leave out our scraps for the otters and stoat. We'll see fish far and foul that we'd never have dreamed when they finish the main drainage scheme. When the weather is bad and the rain it pours down, there'll be whitewater rafting from Sunbeam to town, where in all of the restaurants and all the cafes you'll see freshly caught mullet as fish of the day. We'll be bottling water called Eau de Corky, and our ales will be hailed as the cream of the Lee. There'll be shouts of delight from the Bures and the Fiends when they finish the main drainage scheme. Thank you very much. Okay. Mick Lynch, Don for Chickens. Okay, so his next performance piece, he claimed that the government department had hired him to travel around Ireland to investigate all the drug abuse that's going on in all the different counties of Ireland. And he said it was a very productive trip for him, so he wrote this song as a kind of description of what he got up to. Trying to get the air in my head now. This is to the wreck of the what's it called, Francis? That Canadian wreck boat song. That one, yeah. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. We all take our ease down in Cork by the Lee, go mad for old mushrooms in Kerry. The bob is the job down in Bally, the hob. And the whiz is the biz up in Derry. You're sure of a cure on the banks of the shore, and likewise in Ballinasloe. But if you're looking for fun, there's still only one. Oh, the crack is the best in Mayo, Mayo. The crack is the best in Mayo. Used to do a bit of air bower on playing at this point. It's rumoured that Charlie's been seen in Killarney, and Mandy's are handy in Boyle. The weed it's agreed is the best up in Meath. They've got grass up their ass on the foil. They're fond of a trip in the county of Tip, and a rap up the gap of Dunlow. Up in Mount Marion, they're all on heroin, but the crack is the best in Mayo, Mayo. The crack is the best in Mayo. Dum chicka chicka dum chicka chicka dum chicka chicka dum. And that's it. Okay, so I've got one more, which is a more ambitious one. If you remember a song called The Irish Rover. I'm not sure whether to use guitar or not. It's called The Celtic Tiger. In the year of our Lord 1996, we went sailing away on a gale. We were cruising at ease up the following breeze, and we thought that it never would fail. We had slipped from the grasp of our old Irish past and charted our way through new waters. We were rich, we were hip, we had ditched the old ship when we boarded the Celtic Tiger. We had saunas and decks, we had designer specs, we had Louis Vuitton and Dior. Well, we shopped in the States, we played golf with our mates, we had box sets of Friends and Dior. We had mortgages then of 110, and a pint it could cost you a fiver. We had oversized cars, we had bijou city bars in the hold of the Celtic Tiger. We bought acres of tiles, tongued and grooved by the mile. We had widescreen TVs in the jacks. We had treadmills of weigh and weights, lying idle in crates, as we dined out on pizzas and macks. As we cruised from the Med, well, on lobsters we fed, and we skied on the slopes of the Eiger. This was heaven, so it seems. We were living out our dreams in the thrall of the Celtic Tiger. the story was told, there were signs of a rot setting in, and the smell of decay, it got deeper every day as our stock value dropped and grew thin. Our frozen assets thawed by rats already gnawed, the market afflicted with rigor. Though the future looked black, there was no turning back. We were Shanghai by the Celtic tiger. When our sails lost their puff, and the going got rough, and a stormy horizon appeared, well, the man at the stern, good old Bertie Ahern, got a bunk on a junk, disappeared. We were shipwrecked on a bank, and our lifeboats, well, they sank. We'd been led just like lambs to the slaughter, and our bones to this day lie exposed to the spray in the wreck of the Celtic tiger. Thank you. The great Mick Lynch. Maybe next time I might try and learn a stump song, but really hard. I hope you enjoyed that. He's got plenty more of those. His gigs were fantastically funny.